Hey everybody, Dave Clark, aka the Pattern Guy. Welcome to the Pattern Shop again. Hey, we'll get you up to the foundry. Like I said, I want to do some finish the plumbing job up there. Okay, but I started a job last video, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how I'm going about doing it. So I say I had that repair job, the 3-cavity repair job. So I'm going to show you that real quick, where I'm getting started in that, and that way you know, it's something a little different here. So here it is here. All right, the 3 cavities. All right, so what I've done was, like I said, this one was wood, these two are plastic, so they poured a mold off of this one and just went ahead and stuck this on. And I like I said, I don't like doing that. Okay, it's just pour one more. Like I said, there's maybe $5–10 worth of plastic in these things. You know, it's not, you're not saving that much. You're gonna save a little bit of time, not too much time again too, you know, but you're gonna have a way better product here. So, you know, you can see this one's deteriorating way worse than these 2 plastic ones. The only issue with this plastic one was somebody obviously hit this and knocked a chunk out here. So what I did here was I went ahead and cleaned this up a little bit. You can take a piece of sandpaper, sand it up a little bit. So I drilled some holes in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squish some Bondo in here, okay? And that, you know, will let, it's got some place for the Bondo to grab onto it. And what I try to do, I try to angle the holes, okay, different ways, all right, so that's not going to pop out. There's just one little spot here. I just drilled a hole here. Okay, so if you watched the last video, I was saying how you could see this was all damaged up here. And like I said, you know, like my dad, the way my dad would have done this is he would have cut this off and then glued another piece of wood on and shaped that up, okay? Somebody did that already. And the way I know that happened is because this is mahogany and this is pine up here. So I don't know why they put, you know, a soft piece of wood up on top here, and of course it just deteriorated. Plus there's a nail in there. So, and they did the same thing over here too, but they used mahogany and they put a nail in it too over there. So what I'm going to do is the Bondo, seriously, it'll last longer. So I'm just going to do the Bondo. All right, and then here's the other, like I said too, I'll fill these holes in. I'm going to wrap some fillets around here, that way it'll make it mold easier. All right, and then I think, you know, same thing on the other side. You know, there was a little bit of damage over there, so I drilled holes. So what I'm going to do is just fill those holes full of Bondo, and then we'll you know, we'll sand them down and reshape them, okay? And then what we'll do is this is gray, all right. Gray paint on these. This is actually gray plastic, but there is gray paint over there. So what we'll do is, like I said, normally when I do something like this, especially this size and that, what I would do is I would go ahead and fix these. I'd sand them all up, and I'd repaint them. I'd just repaint them with the red Kent coat. But I'm not going to do that with this one because he's, you know, he just doesn't want that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Bondo these up, reshape it, and then I'm going to use my the only gray I have is the gray primer. So we'll just put a coat of that primer on there. I was thinking about, I don't like doing clear. It is better paint than that, but I don't like doing it clear because then it just looks like crap. You know, you can see all the patchwork on it, okay? So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but anyhow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut you loose here. Like I said, I just wanted to show you what I was doing here, and then I don't think you need to, you know, all I'm going to do is stuff Bondo in there and sand it. So, you know, it's nothing that you guys couldn't do. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys up to the foundry, and then I'll show you how we're going to finish up that plumbing. We probably won't finish it today, but, you know, I'll show you how to do things there that I didn't show you the other day. So, all right, I'll see you up at the foundry in a little bit, all right? Okay guys, we're up at the foundry today. I'm going to try to do a little more plumbing. Tony can't make it. We'll see what we can get done. I realized last time I didn't show you how we did anything, okay? So this time I'll show you how to do a few things as we're going. Tony and I, years ago when we did construction on the side, we did a lot of kitchens and bathrooms, all right? Did a lot of plumbing and that. So we're pretty versed on, you know, how to do most everything. But like I said, I don't do it for a living, so there are guys that are, you know, obviously know better. And then like I said too, airlines are different also, and I'll go through some of the things that, you know, it's different there, okay? So one of the things that we do is, you know, when we start out, we go and we go buy a bunch of lengths of pipe, okay, and low ceiling. This is 1/2 inch pipe. We're running 3/4 inch pipe as a main line, and then it's going to go down to 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is 1/2 inch diameter inside the pipe. It's not the outside the pipe, okay? So we're going to do some of these. So what you do is you start out with the longer lengths of pipe, and I'll show you what we do with them. You know, as we get the lengths that we need, we got to cut them, okay? So several ways of cutting them. Here's one. This is a pipe cutter. Okay, this is what they used to use in the old days and that, but they're still handy if you don't have electric around and that, you know. It's really good. Tony and I got these at a, I believe we got a couple boxes of milk cartons full of tools at a flea market the one time, you know, so we were doing a lot of bathrooms at the time, so we got these. So more than likely, you know, they still sell those and that, but they're expensive. So most of you guys out there, you know, I'm sure all of you guys got, you know, the good old angle grinder, okay? So you can use an angle grinder to cut them to length. Also, just be real careful when you do it, all right? Because like I said, these things are very, very dangerous, all right? So there's that. Another method you can use too, let's see, we got that, we got this. I have, what Tony and I used to do when we first were starting out in that, angle grinders weren't a big thing yet, you know. And like I said, my machine shop boss would not let us use them. They're so dangerous, okay? So, you know, we weren't too versed in using them in that back in the day. So what we would do is we bought a Sawzall, and we used to use the Sawzall. Nowadays too, they got the hand band saws. I know a lot of guys will do that and that, but we're lucky today. Dean actually has a cut-off band saw, so I'm just been using that, and I'll show you how we're going to use that. And then one of the things too, before you start threading the pipe, the other thing that you got to do is you got to kind of bevel the edges, all right, so that the die can get, you know, start the threads on it. All right, so we have a couple hand tools that we can use for that. I got lucky here down at the foundry. I was at an auction a year or two ago, picked up a real nice little disc belt sander I got for like 75 bucks, so that I can start taking the flashing and that off castings and that. So that's here, so we were using that the other day, okay? So a couple things here is, here's a pipe die. This is a hand pipe die, okay? And this one actually we're having some issues with it, but I got another one. A buddy of mine let me use them. So this one's a newer style one, okay? It's by hand. But I was talking about this one. We were having issues with it. So that one's a rigid. This one Dean had here. This one's an old Craftsman, and to be honest with you, I've never seen one like this. It actually has a square die in there, okay? But one of the things I was saying, it doesn't have a pipe in it, and it looks like it's got this screw thread on here. So what you need to do is, this pipe's got to get held straight. So I couldn't, you know, this is just flopping around in there. So I couldn't get this straight on that pipe to make the threads straight, okay? So that's why we kind of petered out. So if you can look on this one, it's got that, and that goes in there, and that's it. It doesn't move. So you're going to get a nice straight, you know, pipe thread. Okay, so there are those. All right, I bought a few of these at the depot. They're already pre-threaded. I got a couple lengths that I know that I have to do. So I got some pre-threaded ones, you know. If you can do it, do it. Like I said, my pockets aren't really that deep, but I only needed a few of them, I think, and you know, this will save a lot of time. So when I get to start cutting, I'm not right there yet. I got to do a couple other things. You know, we'll get back with you, and I'll show you how to do some cutting. All right, so hang tight, guys. Okay, guys, I don't know how much I'm going to get done. A lot of this stuff, you know, it's great to have Tony here. A lot of this stuff's two-handed stuff, okay? One of the things, like I was just saying, you get the pre-cut lengths of pipe, okay? If you can, when you do this stuff a lot of times, my next thing, I don't know if you guys see it on the camera, I gotta get up here, okay? So, I gotta put these 3 fittings on up there. Well, instead of, you know, getting up on the ladder and doing it, I'm gonna pre-assemble them down here first, all right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and take it up there, and I just gotta put one thing on, okay? So I'll pre-assemble this. What I gotta do is we got the 3/4 main line, okay? And all I'm planning on doing is I gotta get a 1/2-inch line down this side of the shop over to the core bench, and then I'm gonna keep on going over with the 3/4 over to the other side where I'm going to put the molding machine. The reason I'm going to continue over there with the 3/4 is I'm not 100% sure how many hookups I'm going to need over on the molding machine, but there's going to be several. I know for one, there's going to be a vibrator, so that's going to be one pipe or one hookup, but probably just a hose coming out of it. And then we'll probably end up making a manifold, and I'll show you how to make one of those. All right, so I know we have a vibrator, and we have one for the table, and I'm not sure if it was just one for the table or if there's, you know, 1 or 2 for the table. So there's at least 2 right there. Plus, I'm gonna want, just like a regular, I'll put a quick snap fitting over there. It will have an air hose to blow the molds out. Okay, so I mean, at the very least, we're gonna have 3 outlets over there to run the machine. So I'm just going to put the 3/4 all the way over there, and that way it'll be a bigger line instead of just putting 1/2-inch to feed 3 things, okay? And then I got a 1/2-inch here going over to the core table. That'll just be you know, a nozzle, blowing nozzle. And then all the way at the other end, we're going to put just a quick snap down there for down in the, you know, if we need something down there. Okay, it's not a big deal. I mean, probably don't even need to. You probably just run it from here too, but it just we're just doing it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these together. Okay, so I got 3/4 line. This is a 3/4 pipe. This is a 3/4 T for you guys that don't know what pipe fittings are. Okay, so we're going to bring the main line into this. This one's 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. All right, so the main line is going to come in here. I'm going to put this nipple here. All right, then we're going to come out and go down right away, and that's going to go over to Dean's shop. Then I'm going to put this T on here. It's 3/4, 3/4 and 1/2. So this will go on this way. All right, so we'll put the 1/2-inch line over there for the core table, and this is 3/4 over to the main. Okay, so you can get all different kinds of configurations for these. Okay, it could be 3/4 across down to 1/2, and that's what we got up there now. Well, not there. I just took that one out. Okay, so but anyhow, that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, now one of the viewers actually. Roy, he had some good suggestions. One of the things was, you know, put some valves and some unions. Okay, so we had them. I just didn't show them. That's one thing I kind of overdo a lot of times. here, I'll show you what we do, okay? Okay, here's the valves that we use. I use these are quarter turns, so it just takes a quarter turn of this, and you're done. It's quick instead of the old screw type. Okay. The other thing with these, which is nice, is when this handle is in line with the pipe, that means it's open. So water, hydraulic fluid, we're using air or pneumatic. All right, that's gonna go straight. You know, when you lift it up like that, boom, it stops. Okay, so whatever's in that pipe is gonna stop. Okay, so these are the ones I always use. I put one of these. I built my own house. I did the supply lines for the plumbing. Yeah, I put one of these on every, you know, and it's redundant. I put them down in the basement, kitchen sink. Underneath the kitchen sink, it's got, you know, shut-offs. That's code in that. So I way overdid it, but I actually at the time, we were, you know, Tony and I were doing construction. We had a supplier that, you know, he knew I was building the house, so I'd go there, he'd have a box of stuff here, you know. So he was a cool guy, because we did buy a lot from him. So we got those. Those are, I'll show you. It's not going to happen today, but this will go in. We'll be able to shut the compressor off. This will shut the compressor. It'll shut everything off. All right, and then what we'll do is, you know, it's probably going to be good for there, and then I'll put one over in Dean's shop so he can shut it off just in case he needs to do something over there. Okay, so the other thing Roy suggested too was using a union. Now, unions are really important. This, what we're doing is, it's all in a straight line. Okay, so you can start over here, add a piece, add a piece, add a piece, add a piece, add, you know, so there are times where if you do that and you need to do something in the middle, it's impossible to take a piece of pipe out in between two joints, okay? So you're gonna have to do the same thing. You're just gonna have to take it apart piece by piece by piece by piece. Okay, so every once in a while we'll do what, this is called a union, and piece of pipe, okay, threads in the one side, and then, you know, it threads in this side too, okay? But what it is, thread this in one side, and then the union comes together, okay? So now if I need to do some work down here, instead of taking all the pieces of pipe apart down here to get to the piece I want to work on down here, I can take that apart, leave all this stuff where it's at, and just deal down here. Okay, so put unions every once in a while also. So Roy, good tip there. It just, you always use these things. I think, you know, I think these are $5 or something. So for 20 bucks, I bought 4 of them, and we're not going to have any issues down the road, hopefully. Okay, so that's a good tip from Roy there. You know, so basically, like I said, I'm going to put these pieces together right here. I'm going to put them up. I'm going to try to cut some part. You know, I wanted to show you guys how we cut some stuff in that, but I kind of need Tony here to help, you know, do things, you know, and Tony helps me all the time, so it's, he just can't make it today. So we'll do what we can, and I'll show you what I can, and we'll go from there. I'll be right back. After I get these things, I'll show you how I did it and get it up there. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I decided I'm going to show you how to do this. I don't have bitch Dave down here, so hopefully I'm not cutting my head off, okay? So one of the things when you're doing the black pipe, okay, you got to use some pipe putty, okay? It's actually thread sealant, okay? I haven't done this. Last time I did the gas line in my house, the last time I did this, that was like 18 years ago. Yeah, I shouldn't say that too. I actually have done a little bit more past that, but anyhow, this is a little different than what I'm used to. It's a little thinner, and it's yellow. So Tony said he's been doing this stuff. He'll do stuff on the side here and there. He said that that's the yellows for the KS. So I didn't know that. Okay, so one of the things you can do here, okay, so I got to assemble these down here and put my pipe dope on. Okay, that's one of the things old guys used to call pipe dope. Alright, I don't know why. Maybe that was the 70s when everybody was smoking dope, I guess. I don't know. So here we'll put our pipe dope on here. One of the things that you can do, alright, is these, if you can see, it's got ridges on them, okay? Alright, so one of the things you can do, if you're pre-putting pieces together, you can get a flat surface and say they had to be parallel, right? I can make sure they're parallel when I'm tightening them up, okay? Or, you know, these actually have to be perpendicular, so what I can do is I can put a pipe in this side and get this square. That way I'm perfectly square, you know. I don't have to worry about it. So, but what I will do right now, I don't have, for some reason, I don't have a square on me. So I'm just gonna put the pipes up where they gotta go, and then we'll go from there. All right, and help if I did this the right way too. Here, right? Nope, that's right. Yep, that's it. I gotta get the pipe. So yeah, that's right. Okay, and then like I said, I want these perpendicular, so I'm gonna get them semi there, and then go from there. Okay, now the other thing with this, when you're doing these, okay, you got to get these tight. However, and then some other pipe fitters probably watching me like, what the heck is this guy doing? Like I said, I don't do this for a living. But things that I've been taught throughout the years, and then, okay, this stuff's got to be tight, but it can't. You don't have to tighten it like way tight. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because pipe threads, these pipe threads are actually tapered too. Okay, so it kind of wedges in there, right? So you don't have to really crank them. When you really crank them, this is iron pipe, so it's a little bit brittle. These are iron too. You can crack them. You really can. And seen it happen. Trust me. I've seen a lot of stuff in my lifetime, guys. I'm telling you. You know, I'll say, oh, I saw that, and everybody, yeah, you see everything. I honestly have. I've seen a lot of stuff, and it's you know, believe me, I try not to BS too much. I mean, I BS, but you know, when I worked at the police department, we worked at a, they call it a barking dog community. You know, it's basically, hey, neighbors, dogs barking, you know, and I was there almost 13 years part-time. I couldn't believe that, you know, the things that I saw there, you know, for a small community. It was very, very enlightening, you know, as a town I grew up in. It's amazing. So anyhow, not just there, you know, through training tapes and things like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think I got one more piece I gotta put out here. I'm gonna put it on. That's gonna, you know, head out to Dean's shop. So I'm gonna do that before I put this up, and then I'll shut the camera off. I'll get it up there and I'll show you where I'm gonna go from there. All right, so hang tight. Okay guys, I got this stuck together. I do have to put a leg coming down here. I don't want to put too many parts on too, because like when you're putting it on to whatever you're putting on to, things start getting in the way. Okay, but here's the thing where, okay, I got, you know, this is all the same height. So I got this on the bench and this is all straight. Okay, so I know everything is 90 degrees or perpendicular to each other. Okay, so that's a trick you can use. All right, one of the other things, when you're using pipe wrenches too, okay, and this is hard unless you know, the grooves that bite into whatever you're turning are like straight and at an angle, so that determines what way you put the wrench on the pipe. So when you're tightening them, you have to have them one way, and then when you're loosening them, you got to turn them around and do it another way, okay? And then a lot of times, like when I was putting this, I put this pipe in this elbow, it's a 90-degree elbow, okay? They got 45s, 22.5s too. All right, it's a 90-degree elbow. When I was putting this on, I basically held this T and I twisted it so I was putting this nipple into the 1/2 inch, or the T, putting the nipple into the T, plus I was turning that 90-degree fitting on all at one time, okay? So you don't have to put the nipple on first and then, you know, go over and do that, okay? So that's kind of like a little trick. So I'm gonna climb up on the ladder, turn the thing off. I'm gonna put this together real quick, and when I get it done, I'll show you where I'm at. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay guys, there's a couple more things I did. Calling it a night. I'm getting tired again. Like I said, I was working at the shop, pattern shop, most of the day. I didn't make it down here until 4:30ish. Tony gets off of work at 5, so I thought he was gonna come down here. He's not here, so it's getting hard. I got most all the pieces where I gotta start measuring, and I'm the kind of guy I'd rather, you know, him be here too with that. That way, you know, we get some good measurements. I want this to look halfway decent, you know. It's an industrial setting. You know, but like I said, I like to try to do things as best I can. Probably get Dean to give me a hand here and there, but he's got a project going. He's pretty busy himself too, so I'm just gonna wait for Tony. I got us, you know, pretty far. I'm getting hungry. I want to go home and eat. So it's past my supper time. I gotta keep this beast fed. So anyhow, here's what I got today. All right. So I got that up there, and if you could see, you know, I got the pipe going up before it goes over, and we're gonna do the same thing down here. Okay, so I got that T up there, and then coming out to the right, it'll be 3/4. That'll go over to the molding machine to the right. We're gonna drop a line down for the core bench. And then the thing going down in that hole, that's gonna be for Dean's shop. So, you know, we'll put a line down there, and then what we're gonna do from there is we'll put a line down there, like I said, and then we'll put another union and shut-off valve for him there, and then he can plumb his shop, you know, whichever way he wants to do in there. So anyhow, I'm gonna try to make it down here Sunday. It's 4th of July. We're gonna have everybody over, but not towards the evening. So I'm gonna try to, I gotta do all the cooking, so I'm gonna try to get everything pretty much done, you know, Saturday. I'll try and come down here for a couple hours, maybe get something done. But if not, we'll come back up here Tuesday. So I'm hoping to get this done. I'll see if Joe can post this Saturday. Okay, we'll get this. We'll do some more of this Tuesday. I gotta come here Tuesday. I gotta start doing some casting, so I gotta get some casting done. So we'll try to get down here. Well, if I have the camera, we'll bring you guys up here. We'll do some casting. Okay. So like I said, you know, when I start cutting the pipe, I'll show you how to cut and thread and everything, so you know, you'll see that. And then once we start hooking everything up, I still haven't made my decision on what I want to do for a compressor yet. I'm really thinking, like I said, my pockets aren't that deep. I do have a little bit of money saved for this project, so what I think I might do is go to that one machinery place. Like I said, it's called HGR. They have all a bunch of used machinery. If you ever seen my compressor in the pattern shop, they're at 60-gallon, 5 horsepower. I got that for $179. So see if they got something up there like that maybe. Sorry about that. And we'll see. You know, I might do something like that instead of changing the motor out and that. I don't know. And then what I could probably do is take the compressor I got there too and swap that to, you know, I might be able to do something like that. So anyhow, I'm done here today. Thanks for sticking with me. Like I said, I'll try to get a little bit more into the cutting pipe, threading it and that, so you guys know how to do that. And then I'll get on Joe. We're going to do a thing on, we got to get electric over there too, so he'll handle that one. So I'll try to get this Saturday. Have a good, safe 4th of July. Don't do anything stupid. I hate to say it, like I said, I was a first responder for 13 years. I worked every 4th of July and I saw lots of accidents. Okay, so be safe out there. Everybody have a good one. Have a good 4th of July. We'll see ya.